Hey guys, if you are looking for some insights into your relationship, I have a tarot reading that is really going to help you out. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't met me yet, I am Lisa. I am a certified tarot consultant whose goal is to help you use the power of the tarot to make your life amazing. And today we are going to take a quick look at the energies surrounding your relationship with your significant other. So, as we are getting into this, start thinking about your relationship with that significant other right now. Have that person in your mind. We are going to look at that person and you and the energies that you bring to the relationship and some of the things that you might want to focus on moving forward. So if you've never done a pick a card reading, understand by nature they are more general reading. They're done for the collective. But if you're drawn to this video, then this reading is definitely for you. We are going to team up intuitively. So in just a minute, I'm going to ask you to choose one of these cards out of a few that I'm going to lay on the table. So get yourself into a bit of a more relaxed headspace, and we will get into that right away. So if you are new to the channel, guys, consider subscribing. I do have a tarotscope reading and a month ahead reading that I do every month. That's way more in depth and will get you a lot more guidance than just a quick reading like this. But I do want you to get hopefully into that kind of fuzzy headspace. And we are going to start right now. So the items that I have today, guys, are simply colors. So I want you to decide which one of these colors are, I guess, speaking to you today, or which one you want to take a look at. So the first one is going to be purple. And these might roll around on me, but that's okay. Then I have pink. And then I have red. So just looking at those colors today. So take a deep breath in and out. And whichever one of these you choose, that is the reading that is going to be for you. So I will start with the purple. If you chose pink or red, please take a look at the timestamps and scoot ahead to that portion of the reading. Otherwise, I'll get started with the purple group. Okay, so for those of you that chose purple, we are going to start with you first. And I want to take a look at the energy of your partner, as well as some of the energies, past, present, and future, surrounding your relationship. Okay. Just take a look at these like this. All right, so we'll move this aside. So this first card is going to represent you. And oh, what a beautiful card. Okay, what you can bring to the relationship, 10 of Hearts. There is a deep well of love that is there that you are willing to give and willing to share in a relationship. That is just something that is inherent about you. Now, if that's not something that you're seeing with this relationship, that you're saying, well, I'm not bringing that to the table in this relationship, that is something that you have a capacity for, that you can bring a sense of family and a sense of belonging and a deep well of love, basically, to this relationship. Now, when we look at this other person, we have the 9 of Pentacles reversed. And so 9 of Pentacles reversed, you know, the 9 of Pentacles, guys, upright is all about being really, really comfortable. 9 of Pentacles reversed, I feel like this person has the ability to pull other people out of their comfort zones in a way, while at the same time sort of pulling them into maybe a sense of I don't know, and getting this idea of like a comfort zone that might be just for the two of you. But there's this idea of kind of upending things and definitely maybe going against the grain and shaking things up. So with you and this other person together, there might be this, you're coming with your heart on your sleeve, and this other person is, maybe they threw you for a loop. Maybe they just had you feeling things you weren't used to feeling, or maybe your relationship has just been a little different, a little eccentric. But you guys have these things to bring to the table. They're going to keep you on your feet. You are going to be there just with that that strong heart, you know, the whole way. Taking a look at kind of what has been in the past, wow, I feel like you guys have had a relationship that has something in the past has either kept you in the same spot for a long time or kept you from moving forward for a while. I'm sorry, I'll bring this up here, but I have the Hanged Man. Okay, and a lot of times the Hanged Man can stand for stagnation and kind of needing to move forward. So holding you guys together, what is holding you guys together that maybe needs to be cracked or broken or moved through? But there is something that maybe you guys went through something and you're having a hard time moving past that. Maybe you guys are just sort of in a funk. It kind of depends on who you are, since this is a collective reading. But I am seeing that, you know, there is something that maybe, you know, needs to be shaken up. So perhaps there is some inherent abilities there. What, excuse me, you need to look and work on now. And I do see an attachment to this, guys. There are some things that you need to work through now. I'm getting this idea that there have been actions that have happened in your relationship in the past that have not been resolved, where one of you or perhaps both of you are feeling like it was either glossed over or it wasn't resolved appropriately. And this is something that is still causing some issues and needs to be talked through or discussed or just put to bed, because it feels like something, and I don't know, it could potentially be connected to this card here. Maybe this is the same issue. Not sure, not necessarily, but there is definitely something where something needs to be pushed through. Okay, best things to focus on kind of moving forward and where this is going forward. Wow, lots of majors, guys. 3 major arcana, which is telling me that there's a lot just going on that almost is part of the bigger picture. Okay, so not even necessarily in your exact control. But I have the Fool, but the Fool reversed. And the sense I'm getting here, guys, is that you're going to have to make a decision. You are going to have to start getting serious. The Fool, when it is upright, guys, is all about taking a leap of faith. And I feel like in relationships, you know, there's that idea where you're kind of taking a leap of faith with someone and hoping that things are going to work out. When I see the Fool reversed, though, I'm getting the sense in this idea, in this moment with this reading, that it's a lot more about kind of looking behind you and saying, okay, where have we gone? Where can we go? And, you know, let's start taking things a bit more seriously and let's start planning a bit more. Okay. So when we look here, honestly, you're coming to this with, you know, with your heart on your sleeve, or that capacity to be able to love. You've, in a relationship with someone who is sometimes unconventional, but there are some things in your past that are kind of either holding you guys together, like I said, something that you went through, or something that is just sort of stagnant there. You need to work through some things because they are going to cause issues if you do not, whatever this thing is where this unfairness is coming through. And then, of course, that idea of maybe needing to take your relationship to the next level, or at least start being a bit more serious about some of the things that you guys are looking at. So that's what I'm seeing right there. I have one more bit of guidance I want to give for you. I'm going to pull one card here at the end from these beautiful Heart of Fairy Oracle cards. So go ahead and skip ahead to the end of the video and we'll take a look in just a minute. Okay, so if you chose red, then this reading is for you. So I'm shuffling here. We are going to take a look at what you bring to the relationship, what your partner brings to the relationship, and then I want to dig in just a bit to the energies that you had in your past, as well as what's going on right now and what you need to plan for moving into the future. So let's go ahead and get these laid out, and then we will take a quick look. So, okay, taking a look at you and representing you in this, we have the Three of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. The Three of Pentacles, guys, for me is a lot about teamwork. So with it being flipped on its head, and you can see there, they are carrying something together. But when it's flipped on its head, it has me wondering what reservations you might be bringing into this relationship. Because if you're not willing to operate as a team, of course, that can be really difficult for relationships. So, you know, it could be that you're bringing, maybe you have some baggage from another relationship. Maybe you're just the type of person that likes to be super independent. But that is something that is going to play into your relationship, or maybe is already playing into your relationship right now. Okay, so this idea of, you know, maybe doing things your own way or being really independent, that is combined with, and actually that could be okay, because this other person, 8 of Wands, I'm seeing this as being someone who is either very busy or very busy with, say, a social schedule, okay? But there's just a lot of things going on in this person's life. And so it could be that, you know, you are a little bit more independent or kind of going about things. Maybe there's less teamwork happening just simply because the two of you are almost like two ships passing in the night, right? You guys are so busy with things. But this other person, I just see a lot of activity, a lot of movement. So what they bring to a relationship is that idea of excitement and always having something else to do. So whether or not that's, you know, I would typically say that that would be with you, but because this is such an independent card, it has me wondering. And I think because this is a general reading, you know, for some of you, it could be, you know, you're doing things more together. For others, it could be that you guys are just sort of in and out of each other's space, you know, throughout the day or throughout the week. Looking at what was going on in the past, wow, what type of transition did you guys have either recently or I would even say a little bit deeper in your relationship where things just changed? It's like a switch was flipped and something transformed or transitioned. Maybe you were friends and then you know, it turned into some sort of romantic relationship. Maybe you had a big change in each of your lives at the same time and it brought you guys together. It could be anything along those lines, but that is an anchor for you guys. So something that's kind of holding you together has to do with that idea of change and transition. Right now, I see you guys working through the idea of this 3 of Swords. So something you need to work through right now. 3 of Swords, guys, is a tough card because it's about taking the idea of thought and logic and applying it to the heart. And that is really difficult. Logic and the brain does not like to try to think, so to speak, in emotions. Right? It likes to be very logical. So when I see that the two of you have to work through this idea of the 3 of Swords, it could be a couple of things. For some of you out there with this reading, you know, you're reevaluating things right now. Maybe this isn't exactly what you thought it was going to be. Maybe the other person is reevaluating. So there could be some reevaluation. I definitely see a lot of that, trying to look at and trying to figure out what your heart is going through. For others, it's just a general heartache. Okay, maybe you guys had a recent fight or things are just a little rough. Okay, so that is something that you are going to want to work through, want to find a pathway, hopefully into something that will resolve. And then moving forward, wow, the energy moving forward. I love the Queen of Wands, beautiful energy to move forward. So guys, what you want to do and what I see for you, Queen of Wands is very passionate and very confident. So if you can move through this, there is a path forward that is exciting, passionate, confident, and sits well with where they are. That idea of sitting, you know, you sit well with where you're sitting and have confidence in your relationship. And also this idea that you can look at it with a little bit more perspective. So it looks like, you know, these two things could be really good, kind of aligned straight through, but this right now is an issue that you are definitely going to want to work through. Okay, so with that being said, I have one more bit to get to you in the form of an oracle card from Brian Froud's Heart of Fairy Oracle. Beautiful deck. I'm going to put that at the end of the video, so just slide over that timestamp and I'll see you there. Okay, so for those of you that chose pink, this is for you. So going to take a quick look here at basically what you are bringing to the table in this relationship, what your partner is able to bring to the table, and then also taking a look at the energy that we have past right now and also moving into the future. So that is what we're going to take a quick look at. All right, pink. So let's take a look first at what you can bring to the table. So Five of Pentacles reversed. Normally, guys, when I see it upright, this is a more difficult card. But as someone coming into, or what you're bringing to a relationship, with it reversed, it's actually has a kind of a beautiful idea to it. What I'm seeing is someone who's willing to take someone under their wing, or take care of someone, or pull someone in from out of the cold. I'm seeing someone who would almost, you would give anyone or anything to this person, in an effort to try to make sure that they're comfortable and feeling loved. And that can be really great as long as it's being met appropriately and is being reciprocated. But that's what I'm seeing for that. Princess of Hearts. Wow. Okay, so this other person, when this is very similar, guys, to pages in other decks, but we use princesses for this. This is someone, I'm seeing someone that's potentially wears their heart on their sleeve, or who is open to receiving a lot of affection or giving a lot of affection. You can see that they're reading a letter here. But this is someone that actually has quite a bit of love to give. So this could really be a very good situation. Now, whether they are actually showing that affection or giving that affection is unsure, but they have the ability to do so and to be really very loving. Taking a look at what you have going on in your past that's maybe pulling you together. Interesting. Honestly, let me see here. I love these cards, and when they come out reversed, hold on, guys. When they come out reversed, I just want you guys to be able to see them just in general, because they're beautiful. All right. So Six of Pentacles in your past, guys, is telling me about maybe a situation where someone, and it could be one of you, or it could be a larger situation, but this idea that there was something done for someone else and was not, I don't know, it either wasn't reciprocated or it wasn't paid for, to use a very literal idea, or someone put kind of more into something than they felt like they got out of it. So I'm wondering what it was in your past that's kind of sticking around with you, energetically through this time. Now, that could be between the two of you, or it could just be a situation where maybe you guys are part of a group, and that group was in a situation where it felt like maybe you got the short end of the stick. But that is sticking around. Wow, look at all the pentacles here. All right, right now, some of the things that you need to work through. What is going on with this? I've got a couple of things. Sometimes, guys, I pull a card, and when I'm doing collective readings, it's almost like I get two or three things just get popped into my head immediately, and it all jumbles together. I had a very clear, for some of you, say, hey, it's time to move on. There's some of you that are thinking that, like, should I do that? And I'm getting a very clear message for a few that, like, hey, it's time to move on. Some of you, I'm just getting this sense that you've been waiting, or they have been waiting for one of the other to make a change, and that change is not going to happen. So you either need to work through that and be okay with that, or move ahead. And then the third one that I had was simply this idea of being willing to kind of pull up whatever you've planted, so to speak, and be willing to kind of shake it up or even throw it out. So just a need for some change and to kind of till things up and maybe lay some new things out. So really interesting. And that was 3 different things, guys. I don't know which one speaks to you, because I had all 3 kind of just hit me all at one time. Moving forward, guys, I'm seeing the Ace of Swords, but reversed. So moving ahead, for some of you, this is going to be a great relationship now, but it's just not going to last in the long term. For many of you, though, this is going to be more about needing to work on communication and having that ability to really be able to talk through some things. it could be that maybe this person right here has that ability to be more communicative in a romantic manner, but they're not. It could be, I don't know what's going on, but there's going to have to be a bit more in the realm of communication in order for things to super, super be successful. And maybe a bit of, like I said, kind of mixing things up a little bit. Okay, so I have one more bit of guidance. I am going to do that in just a quick minute. So if you just want to stick around, I will have that for us. Okay, so one last card to give us just a bit more guidance here with this situation and with your relationship. I'm using the beautiful Brian Froud Heart of Fairy Oracle deck. Absolutely gorgeous. By the way, guys, if you have not seen your month ahead reading or your tarotscope reading, make sure that you take a look at those. You're going to get a lot more in-depth information, and I would definitely love to have you stick around month to month. So make sure you're hitting the like button and subscribing, and I will see you, the next time I have a new release with those. But let's take a quick look. Last bit of guidance for you today, and I get the card, the Messenger. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's so funny. The Messenger. So the last bit of advice I have for you guys just has to do with communication. Okay. What types of things can you do or say for your partner to make them feel really good or really special or really valued? What types of things can you do or say that will clear up any misunderstandings? What types of things can you do or say? And I say do because you can be a messenger with your actions, not just your words. What can you do to strengthen your relationship? So these are all things I want you to consider. Think about the words that you have coming out of your mouth, how you treat yourself and how you treat your partner in this relationship. And that's that bit of guidance for you. So once again, guys, I love having you here. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know down below which color you chose, and I will see you next time.